Reina waved to Mion as she came running over. I joined in and called out to her. Yeah, I know, but I don't recall it saying, "This was never in newspapers," and that being the end of it.
Ohayo, Rena! Kei-chan! 二人とも、昨日はお疲れ様。
みーちゃんこそ、お片付けご苦労様。
I wanted to say something to thank Mion for all her hard work, too. Even though it was a small village festival, it still involved the entire village. It was pretty big on its own scale.
結構大変だっただろう、後片付けって。
そうだね。3時くらいまでかかったかな。それから家に帰ってお風呂に入って、寝たの4時半。
I took a moment to process Mion's response, but then my eyes shrank the moment I recognized the words 4:30.
4時半？ほとんど寝てないってことだろ？
If I was in that condition, there's no way I'd be going to school. Honestly, I truly felt that way.
ケイチ君、俺なら自主休校だって顔してるよ。はう。
Ugh. Reina was reading my mind.
ケイちゃんはわかりやすいからね。
According to Mion, the adults were still active until dawn. It was clear how passionate the villagers were about their festival. We were all chatting together as I put my hand on the classroom door. But, just then, the crisis management system inside my brain immediately kicked in. I am just taking in the new... Is this the new club music? I like the other one better. I looked up above and sure enough I saw a blackboard eraser. How sweet. I grabbed it and triumphantly stepped into the classroom. But the next moment I found myself looking up at the ceiling. I slipped down and felt the mild pain of landing on my butt. And to make matters worse, the blackboard eraser covered in white powder landed square on my face. When I tossed it aside and raised my upper body, I could see an abacus sliding away by my feet.
あら、ケイチさん。教室に入るなりバク宙の披露とは、さすがエンターテイナーでございますわね。
I got up and headed toward the culprit as fast as I could. My index finger traveled with tremendous momentum as it struck its target.
ケイチさんがデコピンした。今日はなかなか凶悪な罠でしたが、まだまだなのです。
Reina looked on the verge of fainting, and Mion looked stunned while watching the debacle. Everything was just like usual. All my classmates were here, and the atmosphere hadn't changed at all. Even though things were a little cloudy in the back of my mind last night, everything was starting to clear up. I felt relieved as I looked around the classroom. Without even thinking, a smile spilled across my face, the kind of smile a random bystander might think looked creepy. Reina noticed my creepy smile and turned to me, looking concerned.
どうしたの、ケイチ君。ひょっとして頭ぶつけたのかな。
俺の受け身はバッチリだぜ。なんならもう一回やってもいいぞ。
別にいいよ、そんなの。
That would be what?
はーい、 先生が来られたよ。みんな席について。
Everyone listened to Mion's command and took a seat.
皆さん、おはようございます。昨日はお祭りでしたね。最後まで後片付けに参加した人たちは本当にお疲れ様でした。さて、ここ数日はお祭りの取材で遠くからテレビや雑誌の取材の方が見えたりします。
I thought it was the usual stuff, so I was going to tune it out, but then I noticed a different tone in her voice and started paying attention.
皆さんが取材を受けることがあるかもしれませんが、曖昧なことやいい加減なことは言わないように。いいですね。
In unison, everyone replied, "Yes, ma'am." Her words were jovial, but I understood what she was trying to say. After all, this was the 5th year. Reporters from wide interest programs and third-rate magazines are probably looking for a story, asking what the curse of the 5th year might be. As far as villagers are concerned, it only promotes a bad impression of the village, and it's really annoying. This is no place for that. It just stirs up emotions without actually saying anything. This time I'll be on the side with the villagers. And in that case, I'll have to do my part. Adjusting myself to fit in the village atmosphere is an important step in deepening my ties with the village. I'm sure there won't be any club activities today since everyone is still exhausted from last night. What should I do then? I haven't been to the Okonomiya arcade in a long time. Just as I was thinking that, Mion patted me on the shoulder.
何ぼんやりしてるの、ケイちゃん。そろそろ部活始めるよ。
Oh, we're actually doing it? So I completely set aside all the thoughts that were running through my head. I should have expected as much from Mion. She's not tired at all after yesterday. No, it wasn't just Mion. Rika-chan should have stuck around to help with the cleanup too. And Satoko went with her, so they were probably all still at the shrine until late last night. Nevertheless, they seemed to be all acting in high spirits, but I'm sure the fatigue was still hiding there beneath the surface. I can't let this opportunity go to waste. I'll use this to take everyone down.
ケイチ、何をニヤニヤしているのですか？あははは。きっと皆さん寝不足なので、今日は勝つチャンスだと思っているのでございますわ。
Maybe. She's absolutely right.
あ、ケイチ。
Yeah, I definitely like the slap bass version more than this.
顔の色が変わりましたのです。あら、ケイチさん、図星だったみたいですわね。あはははは。はお、ケイチくん、図星だったのかな
ケイちゃん、うちの部はそんなにやわでも甘くもないよ。
Everyone's eyes lit up at once. How could I forget? These are our battle-hardened club members.
じゃあ今日のゲームを発表するよ。今日のゲームは
Mion pulled out a stack of cards and slammed them down.
本格派推理ゲーム。
An ooh leaked out of my voice. A game from overseas, huh? This looks interesting.
説明書も英語ですけど、ルールはそんなに難しくないのです。私はこのゲーム苦手ではございませんことよ。負けないからね。
Raina's complexion didn't look so great. I guess she's not very good at this game either.
ルールはね、事件の犯人と凶器、あと犯行現場の3つを当てられた人が勝ち。
I've never seen Clue played with just a deck of cards, I will say that. It seems there are 3 types of cards: suspects, weapons, and locations. I noticed Mion, Rika, and everyone's names are written on the suspect list. Oh, there's even a card with my name on it! Huh. There are plenty of different weapon cards, too. An axe, knife, even poison. Although I don't think, well, it would have been then. It would have been back in the 80s, but there wasn't a, there's not a hatchet in the game anymore, as far as I know. And the location cards were pretty nice too. Study, a courtyard, an attic, even the back of a gym.
つまりね、これらのカードが1枚ずつ抜かれるの。それが正解のカード。
それで残ったカードはシャッフルしてみんなで等分するのです。お互いに手持ちのカードを質問し合って抜かれた正解のカードが何かを当てるのですよ。
I see. So the cards that nobody has are the true perpetrators.
それで答えが分かったら挙手。ゲームを終了して答えが正しいかを確認。
正解でしたら勝ちで1ポイント、外れでしたらマイナス1ポイント。正解してもしなくてもゲーム終了だからカードを集めて仕切り直しなのでございます。よろしいかしらケイチさん。やってみればわかるのです。このゲームはとても頭を使いますのですよ。
メモを取りながらじゃないと混乱するよ。ついてこられるかな。
Raina quickly pulled out a paper to take notes on. She looks rather intense.
で、今回の罰ゲームは何だ、ミオン。
Everyone turned toward Mion.
そうだね。昨日の疲れも多少あるだろうからさ。今日はソフトに使いっ走りの刑はどう？みんなからお使いを頼まれて、それを買いに走るってわけ。
You know, I hate to say it, but I actually kind of missed these sections from the first few chapters. I actually kind of miss them now.
つまりジュースとかお菓子とかを買いに行かされるんだね。でも今日の罰ゲームはなんだか優しすぎる気がいたしますわ。
I wonder, is it really?
ケイチはそうは思っていないようなのです。
Because you don't know what you'll have to go buy. This is Mion we're talking about. I'm sure she'd make the loser buy stuff like hemorrhoid cream or athlete's foot medicine or something completely absurd. I carefully looked over at Mion's face. I could sense a glow in her eyes. Indeed, I need to do everything in my power to stay out of last place.
それじゃあ始めるよ。
The cards were lightly shuffled and passed out to each player. The true culprit, the murder weapon, and the crime scene have been taken out, so that means all the cards I have in my hand are innocent cards.
さて、1番手は昨べ一番頑張ったリカちゃんから。
ありがとうなのです。それではさとこ、おの、中庭。
This would be an interesting way to play Clue. Be faster. You don't have to move a little piece around the board to land in a room you want to question about. You just kind of go, huh? You know, just kind of do that. You pick one suspect, weapon, and murder scene and ask the other players. Could be the Ace Attorney cut-ins, yeah. This game was made late enough to incorporate that. Then again, this could just be anime-style cut-ins too, so, you know. If you don't have any of those, if you have any of those cards, then you must say, I have one. However, you don't need to say which one you have.
あ、俺持ってるぞ。
レナもあるよ。
私もだ。
あら、完全な投資ですわね。
Three people answered when she asked if they had Satoko, Axe, and Courtyard. So that means Satoko, Axe, and Courtyard are all in the clear. Gotta jot that down.
それでは私はケイチ、ナイフ、屋根裏部屋でございますわ。
Only 2 people said they had one. So it means out of Keiji, knife, and attic, one of those is part of the correct answer? The killer, the weapon, or the crime scene? No, wait, even if they say they have one, they don't have to say how many. It's possible that either Reina or Mion has 2 of those cards. This is totally a mind game.
じゃあ、今度は私の番だよ。
Wait just a second, I'm still sorting things out.
遅いですわ、ケイチさん。置いてきぼりにしてしまいましたよ。
黙っててくれ。
This game has me thinking more than I expected. Oh man, this feels like it's gonna be tough.
準備いいかな？レナ、ツルハシ、河川敷。
This time, only one person responded? That means... Wait, stay calm and think it over.
よっしゃー！犯人確定！
Here I am spinning around in circles and Mion just now raises her hand.
犯人はリカちゃん。凶器は鉄アレイで、犯行現場は体育館の裏。
Boy, if that ain't a Danganronpa thing, I don't know what is.
どう？
Mion drew the cards from the box and we checked to see if her deduction was right.
正解なのです。あともう少しだったですのに。鉄アレイか毒物かピストルか決め手がなかったのでございます。鉄アレイは重いのです。僕は毒物でじわりじわりがいいのです。
I don't think that's something you're supposed to admit to. She has no qualms saying something like that. With such a cute look on her face, she's definitely a demon.
ケイチ、怯えた目で僕を見ないでほしいのです。
Huh? Was it all over my face?
ケイチさんはすぐに香り出るから分かりやすいのでございますわ。
At any rate, this is far more difficult than I expected. Deep down in my heart, I was feeling impatience. And when I looked over at Reina, I noticed how pale her complexion looked. Apparently, Reina and I were equally unskilled at this game. Our eyes met. It seemed like she had the same thought.
おやおや、二人とも。なんかヤバヤバって顔だね。二人仲良くビリになってみる？
That's no good! I imagine the scene. A sad man going out to buy hemorrhoid cream accompanied by a girl. I shudder just thinking about it.
ケイチはこのゲームが苦手そうなのです。
No.
そんなことはない。次で名探偵前原の実力を見せてやる。
あら、おっしゃいましたわね。それでは徹底的に遠慮なく叩きのめして差し上げますわ。
さあとこ、また食らいたいか？
I lined up my finger in the direction of her forehead and made a flicking gesture 2 or 3 times.
ふわー、ケイチさんが脅迫してくるのでございます。よしよしなのです。ケイチ、自信がないからと腕力に訴えるのはずるいのですよ。
Once Rika-chan said that, I had to reflect on it. I had no choice but to forego my assault on her forehead. After a few more rounds, I was finally starting to grasp the trick to this game, but no matter how hard I tried, I was still a step behind. Mion and the others were carefully studying one another's faces. There's no way I can compete with a master who can gather information just from the questions themselves. If I want to turn my overwhelming disadvantage around, I need to be ruthless. I should abandon logic and focus on the thought process needed to win. The important thing isn't to find out the criminal, it's winning. This is my chance. My only chance!
あ、ごめん。ちょっとお手洗い。
I was taking a gamble. I needed to change of pace. The fresh air was helping me clear my head. I inhaled and exhaled 2 or 3 more deep breaths. At the same time, I did some stretching exercises. I held my arms out in front of me, then swung them back and forth while bending my knees. 1, 2, 3. I had no choice but to ease the tension in my muscles. Then I looked around the school ground and saw some of our classmates still playing around. I never played like this after school when I lived in Tokyo. Why does my life back then feel so abnormal in hindsight? I stared off at the natural scenery in the distance. Then I suddenly realized I can't keep going on like this forever. Today's game was still going, so I started to wonder if my plan was going to work. Victory was riding on the power of effective teamwork. Just then I noticed Reina's head poking out of the classroom.
ケイチ君、ひょっとしてレナのこと呼んだ？
As I got up from my seat, I winked over at Reina. It worked, just as I was hoping for. I guess we have good chemistry after all. Moving on, since we didn't have much time, I straight up asked Reina how many points she'd scored today. Reina looked puzzled for a moment and timidly opened her mouth.
ポイントマイナス6だよ。どうしてそんなこと聞くの？
Based on Reina's expression, I imagined it was pretty low, but I had no idea it was that bad.
このままだと俺たち2人のどちらかがビリだ。
じゃあレナが罰ゲームなのかな？
おいおい、そう簡単に諦めるなよ。勝ちに行こうぜ、勝ちに。
どうやって？
I brought my lips close to Reina's ear. Whisper, whisper, whisper.
そんなのいいのかな？
思い出せ、レナ。快速第2条。勝つためにはあらゆる努力を惜しまない。
そうだね。頑張るよ。
Reina assumed a fighting pose with all of her might. Our strategy would never succeed without precise teamwork. At the beginning of the game, everyone would be focused on their own hand for a while, taking notes and whatnot. During that brief moment, Reina and I would quickly show our cards to one another. We'd reveal them under our desks, and all the while we'd be scribbling with our pencils. Even if the others looked up, their eyes would be drawn towards our moving hands. It's simply human nature. That was the whole point. If all goes well, nobody will notice a thing. We'll be operating with twice as much information as the other players, so our questions won't have any information gaps.
そうだね。これなら今日は勝てそうだよ。
勝てそうじゃない。勝つんだ。
Then we can make Neon buy that hemorrhoid cream and athlete's foot medicine.
ケイチ君、顔がちょっと怖い。
We can win this, Reina. You can't be put off by a scary face or two.
それもそうだね。
We both smirked at each other. Reina and I would probably dig our way out of last place before Neon managed to catch on. In fact, there's a good chance we could take first and second place. Not bad at all. Just you watch, Neon. After Reina went back to the classroom, I took a few deep breaths before heading back myself. I did my best to avoid making eye contact with Neon. Your eyes can say as much as your mouth. Isn't that what they say? Neon's pretty smart. She usually has good intuition. So I carefully looked her over. I was fairly confident that Neon had no knowledge of my conspiracy.
よし、ゲーム再開だよ。
Neon held her arms up high. But just then, Chie-sensei came over.
園崎さん、ちょっといいですか？
何ですか、先生。ごめんみんな、ちょっとタイムね。
園崎さんにお客さんがいらしてますよ。昇降口へ行ってください。
お客さん？私にですか？
そうです。早く行ってらっしゃい。
わかりました。ってことでさ、おじさんちょっと行ってくるから。
After saying that, Neon rushed out of the classroom.
みーちゃんにお客さんって誰かな？ミオさんはとてもお顔が広いですから、時々誰かが訪ねてらっしゃいましたよ。そうです。みーは顔が広いのですよ。
そっか、仕方ないよな。
Mion looked concerned as she was heading out. I was left speechless. Why couldn't I say anything to Mion? At any rate, who on earth could be visiting her? We've been waiting for a while now, but there was still no indication that Mion was coming back.
ミオンさん、なかなか帰っていらっしゃらないですわね。僕たちは手持ち豚さんなのです。ブーブー。手持ち豚さん？はうはう。小豚のリカちゃん、かわいいよ。
There's the Reina we know and love.
お持ち帰り。
Of course you do.
まだゲーム中だぞ。
だってこんなに可愛いよ。
どんなに可愛くてもゲームが終わるまではダメ。
That's not the problem, Keiichi.
でもちょっとくらいならダメかな。
終わってからにしなさい。
I think Rika may have some issues with this. Ugh, I was getting annoyed. Everyone was getting swept away by a mere comment about pigs. Like, we just couldn't handle the silence.
しょうがない。ゲーム再開しようぜ。
Once I broached the subject, everyone's eyes brightened and they nodded to me. That's right, think about it. We're moving while the demon is away. In other words, this visitor's arrival has given us a chance. So with Mion's seat still vacant, we shuffled the cards and dealt them out all at once. Sure enough, Rika-chan and Satoko carefully focused on scribbling down notes. Meanwhile, I pretended to take notes while revealing my hand to Reina under my desk. Satoko, Reina, pistol, knife, cemetery, storage shed. That means the possibility is much higher that any of the other cards is the answer. Reina quickly jabbed me with her elbow.
何を笑っているでございますか、ケイチさん。非常に気持ちが悪いのですよ。
Oops, no time to be laughing. I need to come up with a good excuse.
いや、このメンツで実際に犯罪やってることを想像したらさ。
意味はわかりませんが、なぜだか非常に不愉快でございますわ。さとこ、乗ってはいけないのです。おそらくケイイチのミスリードなのですよ。
Satoko and Rika-chan laughed together with an oh ho ho and a ni pa. Meanwhile, Reina was beside me wiping away her cold sweat.
それでは現在2位の僕から行きますのです。ではレナ、ピストル、屋根裏部屋。
あ、俺持ってるぞ。
レナもあるよ。私も持ってましたよ。そうですか。では投資なのですね。
That confirms the location, but the weapon is still unclear. Alright, I wonder if now's the time to go for it.
今度は俺だな。じゃあ、リカ、灰皿、ラウンジ。
Ew, beat to death with an ashtray.
私は持ってましたよ。僕もなのです。レナはないよ。
I see, that means it's not that one, right? Wait, hold on. I looked through my notes and bam, it came to
よっ
me.
しゃー、犯人確定。
もうでございますか？ケイチ、早すぎる男は嫌われるのです。
Ain't that the truth? I thrust my index finger up towards the heavens and shouted out the name of the killer, the weapon, and the location.
犯人はミオン、凶器は斧で、犯行現場は図書室。どうだ？
I pulled the answer cards out of the box to verify my solution.
ケイチ君正解。ふぬー、まさかミオンさんとは。斧なんかダメなのです。やっぱり毒物でじわりじわりがいいのです。
Please don't say you're actually, debating which weapon is better in this game. Please don't do that, Rika. Rika-chan, you have some interesting hobbies. Still, you get an awfully soft face while saying some hard things. Reina and I continued carrying out our plan, but Rika-chan and Satoko weren't stupid. We made good progress after a while, trading wins between us, but we had to start being more cautious. Then, finally, I was taken by surprise. I thought Satoko was taking notes, but she was actually holding a small handheld mirror under the desk. And I noticed Rika-chan's sharp gaze staring straight at me through the mirror. I tried to hide our cheating, but it was already too late.
あら、そういうことでございますか、お二人とも。そうなれば、僕たちにも考えがあるのです。
Rika-chan and Satoko looked at each other and smiled. From that point on, it was a battle between Team Keiichi and Reina and Team Satoko and Rika-chan, duking it out in a coordinated attack. Then, nearly an hour later, while we were in the middle of our 13th game, Mion finally came back.
どうしたの、みーちゃん。
Reina must have noticed something for her to ask that. Now that you mention it, something does look odd about Mion. It's like she has no energy.
いや、なんでもないよ。
Mion responded as such, but her expression made it clear she wasn't feeling alright. But the next moment...
なんじゃー
Unsurprisingly, since Mion was out, the four of us managed to collect an enormous number of points in her absence. Mion must realize the moment she saw the score sheet. No matter how hard she tries, it'll be impossible for her to turn her point deficit around.
とほほー、今日は代わりに買い物行ってもらう予定だったのに。
The moment Mion slumped down to her seat, a note hanging from her pocket fell out. So I picked it up and took a look. What?
わあ、いっぱい書いてあるね。
豆腐2丁、シャンプーとリンス、みりんに油揚げ。なんだこれ。
It says gopher penalty.
これお前が頼まれたお使いだろう。
Mion let out a tee-hee-hee laugh.
お使いさせるためにこのゲームを始めたのか、お前は。
When I looked at Mion, I was relieved to see she was acting like her usual self. Still, I felt a little bad that the punishment was decided while she wasn't even here. However...
はい、みーちゃん。これ、レナのお買い物だからよろしくね。
Wait, all this time I spent worrying about this game, you were sitting there writing a shopping list?
くー、私たちもお買い物リスト作っておりましたのに。残念なのです。みー。
Even though it was such a close race, that they had time to make a list too? I felt cold sweat dripping down my back. You're all demons.